Today's video dives into one of those HOA nightmares that starts with what seems like a minor landscaping complaint and spirals into full-blown corruption, fraud, and the sweetest form of justice imaginable. Imagine a grieving widower living quietly in his late wife's $2 million custom mountain mansion, a place she designed down to every last detail, from the massive stone fireplace to the wraparound porch watching the sunrise, and especially the wildflower meadow she planted just for the butterflies. Monarchs danced there while she sat in her wheelchair during her final months fighting stage 4 cancer. She passed 6 months ago, and now it's just him, Calvin Morrison, though he kept things low-key under Mark via a blind trust for privacy back when he was still in office, rattling around in that big log home with only memories, her wind chimes singing in the breeze, and a few hummingbird feeders to tend. That's when Priscilla Whitmore rolls in like a storm in designer heels and a white Tesla sporting the plate in Force 1. She's the HOA president, 42, real estate attorney background, pharmaceutical family money, zero actual hardship in her life, and all the suburban entitlement that comes with it. She spots the wildflower meadow, black-eyed Susans, purple coneflowers, native grasses Sarah nurtured over 2 summers, and immediately declares it a violation. This isn't a hippie commune. We have standards in Pinehurst Estates. Your property is dragging down values. She slaps him with a $25,000 fine and 30 days to fix it with professional landscaping. He tries reasoning, explains it's his late wife's creation, meant to attract butterflies, but she brushes it off. Grief doesn't excuse code violations. What starts small escalates fast. Priscilla starts showing up unannounced, clipboard in hand, finding new issues every time. The log construction is inappropriate for mountain contemporary architecture. The natural stone foundation is deteriorating community aesthetics, and so on. Fines pile up, $65,000, then $125,000 for supposed structural safety violations, claiming the foundation is failing catastrophically and threatens the whole neighborhood. She brings in a so-called structural engineer, later revealed as unqualified, who fabricates reports with vague language. No photos, no real measurements. Emergency protocols are invoked. No appeals, no delays, because safety first. But Calvin isn't just any retiree. He's the sitting governor of the state, keeping his identity hidden for privacy during Sarah's illness and his own health scare, heart surgery after her passing. His daughter is deployed overseas with the Air Force, so he looks isolated and vulnerable, exactly the type Priscilla targets. She's been running this scam for 2 years. Pick on widows, elderly folks with medical bills, or no fight left. Manufacture impossible violations, accelerate emergency deadlines, pile on fines they can't pay, then helpfully connect them to developer partners who buy the properties cheap. Those developers flip them for massive profits, and Priscilla pockets kickbacks. 38 families already lost homes worth millions total. Calvin figures it out slowly at first. He calls in real contractors and engineers who confirm everything is code perfect. The house is overbuilt, premium materials, no cracks, perfect drainage. He starts talking to other victims through an innocent-looking senior coffee club at the community center. Mrs. Kowalski, whose plumbing was never bad, Tom Bradley, Vietnam vet with a wrong gray garage door, and more. Patterns emerge. Fake emergencies, bribed inspectors, forged docs. He installs hidden cameras in birdhouses, garden lights, records everything, gathers victim statements, financial trails. Priscilla escalates to the kill shot, a $195,000 final notice claiming imminent catastrophic failure. Demolition scheduled in 21 days. She even has crews show up to sledgehammer the foundation themselves, creating the damage for photos and insurance claims, all captured on his secret setup. Instead of panicking, Calvin goes to work quietly. He tips off Channel 7 News anonymously, feeds evidence to the state AG's Elder Fraud Task Force, FBI White-Collar Crime Unit, State Police, building a RICO case, racketeering, organized fraud, bribery, elder abuse. He stays undercover, playing the confused widower while coordinating from the shadows. The climax hits at her victory. Emergency HOA meeting to finalize the demolition. The room is packed. Victims in front, residents in back, news cameras rolling. She thinks for coverage of her safety win. Priscilla stands at the podium in her power blazer, smug, thanking Mr. Morrison for his cooperation during his grief. She gives him the floor, expecting a broken plea. He stands voice steady, thanks her politely, reminds everyone Sarah fought cancer with everything she had and taught him not to let bullies destroy what you love. Pulls out his phone with the evidence file, then reaches into his pocket, holds up the gold governor's badge. My name is Governor Calvin Morrison. And Priscilla Whitmore, you're under arrest. Silence. Cameras click like crazy. FBI agents move in, handcuffs on. She stammers. Impossible. You're just a pensioner widower. He hits her with a line that goes viral. The problem isn't that you didn't know who I was. The problem is that you thought it mattered. Every victim deserved the same protection. 4 co-conspirators arrested, 2 bribed inspector, developer execs, her assistant. Priscilla gets 25 years federal on RICO and related charges. No parole for 15. Restitution fund hits $14. $7 million from seized assets, her mansion, Tesla, developer profits. All 38 families compensated fully. Some buy back homes, start scholarships, veteran advocacy groups. The HOA dissolves by executive order. New laws pass. Mandatory audits for associations, whistleblower protections, penalties for abuse. The Elder Protection and Community Governance Act becomes a national model. 6 months later, Calvin sits on the porch watching Sarah's butterflies return in spring. The meadow is now a protected conservation area. Wind chimes play softly. The Senior Coffee Club still meets, now sharing grandkid stories and planning the annual Sarah Morrison Memorial Butterfly Festival. Justice didn't just save his home. It restored dignity to dozens, stopped a predator, and ensured no one else gets targeted the same way. If you've ever dealt with HOA overreach, drop your stories below. What would you have done in his shoes? Bell subscribe for more chaotic, satisfying tales every week. Warning reminder. These are fictionalized entertainment narratives inspired by real themes. Any similarities to actual people or events are coincidental. Let me know if you want this version tweaked for length, more dramatic flair, or a shorter hook for the intro. Smiling face with horns.